What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Many of you probably have not heard that some of the women that are in the Democratic Party are very, very, very distraught. Some of them are crashing out. There's a lot of crash outs. I'm gonna do some reaction videos to these crash outs out here. And some women are going as far as telling that black men need to be deleted by the police. Also, you're seeing that black women, some of them, are taking the opportunity to not want to deal with men at all. Now, I'm going to keep prefacing that and dealing with that as I can. But this lady, her name is, it's Gabby Fe, F-E, okay? Now, it's Gabby Fe, or Fe, is a plus-sized model, and she's also a dating coach. She's always calling men very broke. I'm not gonna even really get into all of that, but you know, she's one of those plus-size models that think that she's like, you know, really high value as a woman, and you need to pay for her Ubers and everything like that. She dropped a series of videos after the election that went viral. Okay, at least one of them did. The first thing that she did was she said this:
Donald Trump is president, and I think all women should stop having sex for the next 4 years in protest and protection of your bodies. As we know, if that little baby inside you gives you any trouble and you need an emergency health care, you're gonna die. I think that is sufficient enough reason to stop having sex. Don't you agree? This vote wasn't a vote for Americans. This vote was for men. And unless we want to become the Handmaid's Tale, then us women need to protest, because this is some buttery I'm sorry to the women and minorities who aren't going to get the help that they need in the next 4 years. I'm sorry for the people who are impoverished, who are just going to keep dying from starvation and lack of healthcare and lack of governmental support. People are actually praising this guy, and it's a freaking joke. Look at the states he won. You won't catch me there. You'll catch me in New York City. And I'm sorry to all the women who are going to suffer in these bumpkin, small-ass little towns because of this. Reason why I'm a New Yorker and always will be. Florida.
So I'm gonna deal with that one in a minute. I want to also deal with the second video.
Today is my birthday, and it would have been amazing to wake up to our first female president, but we are living in America, and the reality is there are really ignorant, very uneducated, very small-minded individuals that unfortunately live in the United States. Because if it was up to popular vote, you know, the people who are intelligent, progressive, go to school, understand history, you know, Kamala would have won by a landslide. But because we have literally people who in the middle of America are wearing like a little patch on their ear to represent them being shot like Donald Trump was shot in his ear. We have people like that living in America. And unfortunately, it's embarrassing. It's just embarrassing. And what can we really do about that, you know? Vote, vote, vote. Educate yourself. We want to create a world where our daughters feel safe. And right now it's giving Handmaid's Tale. We heard J.D. Vance say women who don't have children or don't produce children are not important. So just like the show, he might kick y'all to the side and make you work in the toxic waste dumps because you can't have children. And if you can and you have complications, then you die. So that's the country, unfortunately, that we live in today. Hopefully that's a reminder of you how ignorant people are. They're dumb people. They're really dumb.
So first of all, let me deal with the first thing. The young lady is saying that she isn't going to have sex with anybody that is a man that voted for Trump. Again, this is another way of crashing out. And I don't even want to go into the comments, but you can imagine. I mean, you see what her appearance is. Some guys like it, some guys may not. But, you know, people were just saying like, listen, well, if you're going to withhold sex, then we don't care because, you know, hey, a lot of us don't really like you anyway. In fact, let me read some of it, okay? Bambino says, no, enjoy your sexless, miserable life. Mickey Anime says, men will not look your way, trust me. Nobody trying to sleep with you anyway, says Jeremy. Red Dog South, you definitely should, ew, right? So first of all, this is a person that thinks very highly of herself when it is clear that you have men in your posts that do not, okay? She also is calling people from the Midwest stupid. Like, you guys don't know if, you know, the popular people Well, the problem with what she's talking about in the second clip was Trump won the popular vote. He didn't just win the popular vote, he won it handedly. And people took the opportunity to not want to deal with Democrats because of Democrats. And we can't get around this. And the reason is that Democrats had 4 years to do everything in the country and they didn't do it. They messed it up. They had 4 years to mess everything up. So why are you not blaming them? And this is what women don't want to deal with that have these talking points is like, what is the problem here? You know, all these women are saying, oh, we're not going to have sex with you. We're not going to deal with you. I mean, to be honest, let's talk about it here. If we want to preface this, a lot of guys are not looking to deal with women who are on the left that are on the right anyway. That's one of the issues that's going on right now in society. Honestly, there is no way I could really have a conversation strongly knowing that somebody is a big time Kamala Harris supporter. I mean, maybe, but it probably is not going to go far. We just have different political values. And so if you have different values, you're not trying to be around somebody just because you like them, because you're already split at the head. It's not going to go anywhere. And everybody can know that. It just makes sense. So we're already not going to agree as it is. Now, the women out there saying that they're not going to have sex with the guys that, have voted for Trump. I mean, if that's what you want to do as a punishment, well, then what do you think is going to happen? First of all, you're probably not going to go through with it because you're mad, right? And then second of all people are going to do is go to that group who doesn't even care about politics. There's so many women who don't care about politics. Like, not every woman is going to agree to that. Then, you're going to open up the whole door for the passport bros. I mean, you got all these immigrants in America because of Biden and Kamala Harris. Want to know what can happen? This is serious, right? This is really funny. All of the immigrants that are there now, here's a possibility. The guys can just start going and dealing with them. They can do that now, because they're there. And the immigrant women that are migrants in New York City, they don't care nothing about a political party. And then that will be even maybe a better option for a lot of guys. So you're talking out the side of your neck instead of thinking about, what the problems were with the DNC. And again, you're out here trying to punish. And I'm seeing too many women that are doing that. Like, look at how women are talking to men. Let me just tell you this, right? I had to really check myself for how I talk to people when I was, and talk to women. That's something I really had to check myself on in the last 20 years. How to say things in a mature way. But you don't really hear that from some of these people. And it leads me to believe that the mental health crisis is real. Like, how do you even come to that decision? Somebody wanted to vote differently. I mean, the same thing, my body, my choice. This is what women say. You have the opportunity to do whatever that you want to do. It's fine. Okay, that's great, right? Let these men have their own opportunities. And as long as they're not disrespecting women, and as long as they're not doing those things, they should not be destroyed. They shouldn't have problems. Women should not be talking really seriously about this because it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense, But hey, people can do what they want to do. I mean, I don't know what she's trying to do, man. But and I'm seeing so many ladies crashing out like this and just making all kind of incredible stuff. I'm gonna do a whole video, man. Women wishing on the deletion of black men, wanting Latinos to be deported back because they voted for Trump. And all of these people who talk like this are largely unsuccessful, bitter. We ain't even gonna talk about what they look like, but come on now, no one wants to do or deal with that. All right. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all you do. Scare the bell. We're out.